Are you tired of messy and misaligned baby hairs? Are you tired of struggling just to not get that lay? Going crazy, losing your mind, losing your toothbrush? This doesn't have to be you. You can slay your edges and your life. It's time that you turn up. And I mean turn up the heat, baby. So let's get into these baby hairs, shall we? Hey y'all, it's Morgan Elise and this is my piece. So first up to bat today is the comb. I start by combing down my baby hairs just to make sure that there's really enough to work with for the style. And also just, to kind of make sure that it's evenly distributed. You don't want a bunch of baby hairs on the top and like none elsewhere. So I just kind of make a straight line going down all around my face on one side. And then I comb it forward to be able to use. And I'm going to do the same on the other side. Since dramatic styles need plenty of baby hair to work with, I'm pulling down a lot today. Then I assess and make sure that I have the amount of baby hairs I really want and get started. And now for the coveted toothbrush and Eco Gel combo. So I basically get this much Eco Gel going on my toothbrush to start off. It really doesn't matter because you're going to build upon it. So do not stress the amount. You're going to put more. And use the comb to help brush through the hair. Keep it all going in one direction. Right now we want it going down towards the face. Like everything should just be going downwards inwards right now. So that's kind of the basis to start off, to make sure that it has the flow we want for later when we actually, start completing the style. From there I begin separating the sides so that I can get like a little piece going in the middle to start my first curl. So I purposely make sure that I pull all the way down to the tip of it so that it can get gel all through it. And the more saturated it is with gel, the more it kind of follows the lines that you want to, instead of just doing its own thing. Now this is where the shaping begins. So from here, I'm going to start with a little bit wider at the root of it, next to the hairline, and use the toothbrush to shape it in a little narrower as it goes. So I gotta put a lot of gel on there and keep using my finger to kind of get it in to where it gets more narrow. And that's where I begin with my first swoop. So it's a lot of using your fingers. The cheat tip is to use your fingers to hold the edges whenever you're doing a curl. And then I start another curl and I end with a little swirl in there. So I bring it around like a little circle at the end and kind of tuck the edges. Then I take some extra gel, about this much, make sure I get a good amount on there. And this is so that I can just kind of secure that piece in place. So I'm gonna go back over it yet again with gel. And I try to kind of be careful as I'm doing it so I don't mess it up or anything. Just follow the line of how it, went with the toothbrush. But now with my finger, with gel, just to keep it on there. And if you mess up anything, you can just use your toothbrush and kind of tuck those edges again and fix it. And then I personally use a paper towel to clean up around the edges so I can get that extra gel off my skin, because it's not a good look to have gel just all up on your skin, especially when it dries and it looks crazy. So yeah, I'm just going around that and getting the extra gel off. So at this point, I'm just redoing that process with another curl. So again, it's going to be a little bit wider at the root, and then as it gets down farther, we're going to make it a little narrower, bring it into the curls that we use our fingers for. And the key here is to also kind of follow the natural way that your hair is moving. Like I kind of let my curls do a little bit of what they want, and then I kind of tame them. So that creates like these nice, interesting shapes. Like each one does not have to look the same in my opinion. So I saw that those curls were curling that way. Bam, that's where I'm going to lay you. And that's kind of the key to getting these really unique, like beautiful vine-like, you know, kind of styles going in the middle. And I'm once again just using extra gel to set this curl in place. So at this point, I'm going to put more gel on my brush, and I'm going to begin laying down my baby hairs again in that same downward motion that we did earlier to kind of get them all moving in the same direction to set us up, you know, for what we're going to do next. I then reinforce that downward movement again from the top, and I use my finger. I'm going to set it there like I did earlier with the curls and use that to make my swoop over. So I'm going to hold whenever I'm curling over with the toothbrush. I'm holding with my finger. I'm holding any edge, any curl that I want. But it's important, as you see now, why we had that downward movement going in the first place. So that despite the curls and swoops coming on the edge, everything kind of is going in the same direction there. And that's what helps it look really sleek, really nice. Continue to use your fingers to shape it. And voila. Then I repeat the same steps on the other side and clean up my corners with my trusty dusty paper towel. And that is the finished look. If you like this video, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you. Take care, y'all.
I thought you farted. I was like,
Here, I can do jig it out.
all right, that should be enough.